Saram students, I hope you all are fine. So today let us continue with the lesson of geography. Lesson number 5, Major Domains of the Earth. Children, in our previous class we had learnt about hydrosphere, that is more than 71% of the earth. It is covered with water. Therefore, the earth is called the blue planet. And more than 97% of the earth's water, it is found in the oceans, which is too salty for human use. And children, we learnt about oceans. That is, oceans are the major part of hydrosphere. And there are 5 major oceans. They are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean and the Arctic Ocean. The Pacific Ocean, it is the largest ocean. And the Atlantic Ocean, it is the second largest ocean. The Indian Ocean is the only ocean that is named after a country, that is India. And the Southern Ocean, it encircles the continent of Antarctica. And the Arctic Ocean, it is located within the Arctic Circle. Now children, today let us learn about atmosphere and biosphere, that is the domain of life. Now children, let us learn about atmosphere. We know that the earth, it is surrounded by a layer of gas called the atmosphere, and this thin blanket of air, it is an integral and important aspect of the planet. Children, we know that air is all around us and we cannot stay alive for more than a few minutes without air. So children, what is the earth surrounded by? The earth, it is surrounded by a layer of gas. And what is it called? It is called as the atmosphere. And children, what is an integral and important aspect of the planet? This thin blanket of air, it is an integral and important aspect of the planet. And it provides us with the air we breathe and protects us from the harmful effects of sun's rays. So children, what does the atmosphere provide us? It provides us with the air that we breathe. We breathe in oxygen, isn't it? And how does it protect us? It protects us from the harmful rays of the sun. And the atmosphere, it extends up to a height of about 1600 kilometers. And the atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on composition, temperature and other properties. So children, can you tell what is the height of the atmosphere? The atmosphere, it extends up to a height of about 1600 kilometers. Children, here you can see in the diagram. And in how many layers is it divided into? The atmosphere, it is divided into 5 layers. And what is it based on? It is based on composition, temperature and other properties. This means the percentage of gases that is present in the air and how cold or hot the weather is, and also some other properties. And these layers starting from Earth's surface are called the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere and the exosphere. Children, here if you look at this diagram, you can see the layers of the atmosphere. And the layer that is nearest to the Earth's surface, it is the troposphere. And this is the only layer in which the living things, they can breathe normally. And above it we have stratosphere. And above stratosphere we have mesosphere. And above it thermosphere. And exosphere, it lies above the thermosphere and fades into space. And children, the atmosphere is composed mainly of nitrogen and oxygen, which make up about 99% of clean dry air. And nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 21%, and other gases like carbon dioxide, argon and others, they comprise 1% by volume. So children, what is the atmosphere mainly composed of? The atmosphere is mainly composed of nitrogen and oxygen, and this makes up 99% of clean dry air. So children, here we can see that oxygen is only 21% that is present in the atmosphere, and the nitrogen, it is about 78% that is present in the atmosphere, and other gases like the carbon dioxide, argon and others, they comprise only 1% by volume. And oxygen is the breath of life. Why nitrogen helps in the growth of living organisms. Children, we know that oxygen is very essential for us. Why? Because we require it for our survival. We breathe in oxygen. So it is the breath of life. And children, can you tell why nitrogen is considered as a significant gas? Nitrogen, it is considered as a significant gas because it helps in the growth of living organisms. And we know that 78% of nitrogen is present in the atmosphere. So this helps in the growth of living organisms. And carbon dioxide, though present in minute amount, it is important as it absorbs heat that is radiated by the earth, thereby keeping the planet warm. And it is also essential for the growth of plants. Children, we know that carbon dioxide, argon and other gases, they comprise only 1%. This means carbon dioxide, it is present in minute amount, but it is very important. How is it important? It is important as it absorbs the heat that is radiated by the earth, and thus it keeps the planet warm. And it is also very important and essential for the plants to grow. And the density of the atmosphere, it varies with height. It is maximum at the sea level and decreases rapidly as we go up. The climbers, they experience problems in breathing due to this decrease in the density of air. Children, this means that the density of the atmosphere, it is not same throughout. At the sea level, it is maximum, and as we go up, it decreases rapidly. So the climbers, they face the problems in breathing. Why? Because there is a decrease in the density of air as we go upwards. And they have to carry with them oxygen cylinders to be able to breathe at high altitudes. And the temperature, it also decreases as we go upwards. The atmosphere, it exerts pressure on the earth, and this varies from place to place. This means the density of the atmosphere is not the same, and it is thick near the ground, and it becomes thinner as we go up, and breathing, it becomes more and more difficult. So the climbers, they have to carry oxygen cylinders with them so that they are able to breathe at high altitudes. And children, as we go upwards, how is the temperature? The temperature, it also decreases as we go upwards. And what exerts pressure on the earth? The atmosphere, it exerts the pressure on the earth. And is it same everywhere? No, it is different. This means this varies from place to place. And some areas, they experience high pressure, and some areas experience low pressure. And children, air, it moves from high pressure to low pressure, and moving air, it is known as wind. So children, some areas, they experience high pressure and some experience low pressure. And how does the air move? The air, it moves from high pressure to low pressure. Children, here you can see in the diagram how the air, it is moving from high pressure to low pressure areas. And what do you mean by wind? Moving air, it is known as wind. Now children, let us learn the next topic, biosphere, the domain of life. Children, the biosphere, it is the narrow zone of contact between the land, water and air, and it is in this zone that life that is unique to this planet exists. So children, what is biosphere? The biosphere, it is the narrow zone of contact between the land, water and air, that is between the lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. And what exists in this zone? Life exists in this zone, and that is unique to this planet. And children, there are several species of organisms that vary in size from microbes and bacteria to huge mammals. And all the living organisms, including humans, they are linked to each other and to the biosphere for survival. Children, we know that there are several species of organisms and they are not same. They vary in size, that is from microbes and bacteria to huge mammals. Here you can see in the diagram how all the living organisms, including the humans, they are linked to each other and to the biosphere for survival. And the organisms in the biosphere, they may broadly be divided into the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom. Children, how are the organisms in the biosphere divided? They are divided into the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom. Children, here in this diagram you can see various species of animals and plants. And the three domains of the earth, they interact with each other and affect each other in some way or the other. For example, cutting of forests for fulfilling our needs of wood, or clearing land for agriculture. This may lead to fast removal of soil from slopes. Children, which are the three domains of the earth? The three domains of the earth are lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere. And we know that they interact with each other and also affect each other in some of the other way. And here we can see some examples. Children, can you tell me the two reasons of fast removal of soil from slopes? The two reasons are cutting of forests for wood and clearing land for agriculture. This may lead to fast removal of soil from slopes. Similarly, Earth's surface may be changed due to natural calamities like earthquakes. For example, there could be submergence of land, as happened in the case of tsunami recently. Parts of Andaman and Nicobar Islands were submerged under water. Children, here we can see how the earth's surface is getting changed. This is due to the natural calamity like earthquake. And we also have heard about tsunami, and there was a submergence of land. That is, the parts of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they were submerged under water. And discharge of waste material into lakes and rivers makes the water unsuitable for human use, and it also damages other forms of life. Children, what makes the water of lakes and rivers unsuitable for human use? Discharge of waste material into lakes and rivers. Children, here you can see the image. You can see how the waste materials are put into the water. So, this makes the water unsuitable for human use, and it is also damaging the other forms of life, that is the life of the animals and birds. We know that the animals and birds, they also drink water from the lakes and rivers. So this water, it is also damaging the other forms of life. And emission from industries, thermal power plants and vehicles pollute the air. And carbon dioxide, that is CO2, it is an important constituent of air. But increase in the amount of carbon dioxide, it leads to increase in global temperatures, and this is termed as global warming. Children, how is the air polluted? The air is polluted by the emission from industries, thermal power plants and vehicles. Children, here you can see in the pictures that are given. Children, what is an important constituent of air? Carbon dioxide, it is an important constituent of air. So what does the increase in the amount of carbon dioxide lead to? The increase in the amount of carbon dioxide, it leads to increase in global temperatures, and this is termed as global warming. So children, which gas is responsible for global warming? Carbon dioxide, it is responsible for global warming. There is thus a need to limit the use of resources of the earth to maintain the balance of nature between the domains of the lithosphere, the atmosphere and the hydrosphere. Children, this means that we should use the resources carefully. So there is a need to limit the use of the resources that are available on the earth, and this helps us to maintain the balance of nature between the domains of the lithosphere, the atmosphere and the hydrosphere, that is between the land, air and water. Now children, let's recap what we have learned today in this lesson. Children, today we learnt about atmosphere. That is, the earth is surrounded by a layer of gas called the atmosphere. This thin blanket of air is an integral and important aspect of the planet, and it provides us with the air we breathe and protects us from the harmful effects of sun's rays. The atmosphere, it extends up to a height of about 1600 kilometers, and the atmosphere is divided into 5 layers. These layers starting from Earth's surface are the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere and the exosphere. And the atmosphere, it is mainly composed of nitrogen and oxygen. Oxygen is the breath of life, while nitrogen helps in the growth of living organisms. And the density of the atmosphere, it varies with height, and it is maximum at the sea level and decreases rapidly as we go up. So the climbers experience problems in breathing, and they have to carry oxygen cylinders with them. And the temperature also decreases as we go upwards. The atmosphere exerts pressure on the earth, and this varies from place to place. Some areas experience high pressure and some areas experience low pressure. And the air, it moves from high pressure to low pressure, and moving air is known as wind. And children, we also learnt about biosphere, that is the domain of life. The biosphere is the narrow zone of contact between the land, water and air, and all the living organisms including humans are linked to each other and to the biosphere for survival. And the organisms in the biosphere, they may broadly be divided into the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom. And the 3 domains of the earth interact with each other and affect each other. For example, cutting of forests, clearing land for agriculture, and natural calamities like earthquakes, tsunami, etc. And emission from industries, thermal power plants and vehicles pollute the air. And increase in the amount of carbon dioxide, it leads to increase in global temperatures. This is termed as global warming. Thus, there is a need to limit the use of resources and to maintain the balance of nature between the domains of the lithosphere, the atmosphere and the hydrosphere. Now children, let's have a quiz. Multiple choice questions. First one. The major constituent of atmosphere by percent is dash. A. Nitrogen. B. Oxygen. C. Carbon dioxide. What's the correct option? Yes. A. Nitrogen. The major constituent of atmosphere by percent is nitrogen. Second one. The dash is a narrow contact zone of land, water and air that supports life. A. Lithosphere. B. Hydrosphere. C. Biosphere. What's the correct option? Correct. C. Biosphere. The biosphere is a narrow contact zone of land, water and air that supports life. Third one. The earth is surrounded by a layer of gas called the dash. A. Lithosphere. B. Atmosphere. C. Hydrosphere. What's the correct option? Correct. B. Atmosphere. The earth is surrounded by a layer of gas called the atmosphere. So children, today we have completed geography lesson number 5, major domains of the earth. So read the lesson thoroughly and practice the maps that are given in this lesson. Till then, goodbye children.